Have you ever wondered who was powerful enough to steer the course of an entire nation's economy with a mere decision? Enter the world of J.P. Morgan, a man whose influence on American finance and industry is unmatched. In this narrative, we delve into the story of a financial titan who, through innovation, strategic vision, and sheer will, shaped the very foundations of modern American economy. Welcome to the journey of J.P. Morgan, an emblem of the Gilded Age, whose legacy continues to echo through the halls of finance and industry today. J.P. Morgan was born into a world of privilege, yet his earliest years were marred by severe health challenges that secluded him from the carefree experiences of childhood. Battling illnesses such as rheumatic fever and tuberculosis, his youth was spent in convalescence rather than in play. These formative years, however, were not wasted. Morgan's isolation became a crucible for developing an indomitable spirit and an insatiable appetite for knowledge. Education became his refuge, with extensive studies in Europe equipping him with a broad perspective on finance and culture. This period instilled in Morgan a profound resilience, teaching him to navigate adversity with strategic grace. Such early trials didn't just shape Morgan's character, they prepared him for the tumultuous world of finance, setting the stage for a legacy that would forever alter the American economic landscape. Stepping onto Wall Street, J.P. Morgan was determined not just to follow but to surpass the legacy of his father, Junius Spencer Morgan, a successful financier. His early career was marked by bold decisions and a visionary approach that quickly distinguished him in the competitive banking sector. By the age of 24, Morgan had founded his own company, leveraging his father's connections and his own knack for identifying lucrative opportunities. His marriage to Amelia Sturgis, though tragically short-lived due to her untimely death, deepened Morgan's resolve to succeed, driving him to immerse himself in his work. This period was characterized by a series of strategic moves, including risky investments and bold consolidations that not only expanded his wealth but also began to shape the financial infrastructure of America. Morgan's rise to power was not merely a story of accumulating wealth. It was about establishing a foundation for influence that would extend across industries and define an era. The fragmented chaos of the late 19th century railroad industry presented a golden opportunity for Morgan, who envisioned a consolidated network that could streamline operations and maximize profits. Employing a strategy that would later be dubbed Morganization, he began acquiring and merging competing railroads, thereby eliminating redundancy and fostering efficiency. This approach not only revolutionized the railroad industry but also established Morgan as a titan of American business. By strategically investing in underperforming lines and then integrating them into a cohesive system, Morgan not only created a monopoly over rail transportation but also set a precedent for corporate organization and management. His influence in the railroads exemplified his broader vision for American industry, a belief in the power of consolidation to drive progress and prosperity. Through Morganization, Morgan didn't just dominate the railroad industry, he redefined it, laying the tracks for the future of American economic expansion. J.P. Morgan's vision extended far beyond the confines of the railroad industry. His acquisition of Andrew Carnegie's steel business and subsequent creation of U.S. Steel, the world's first billion-dollar corporation, marked a pivotal moment in industrial history. This strategic expansion into steel was not merely a pursuit of wealth, but a calculated effort to fortify the backbone of America's infrastructure. Similarly, his investment in Thomas Edison's electric company laid the groundwork for what would become General Electric, illuminating the path for America's future. Morgan's ability to identify and invest in industries critical to national growth demonstrated his unparalleled foresight. By diversifying his holdings and pioneering the concept of the modern corporation, Morgan didn't just amass personal fortune. He molded the landscape of American industry, ensuring his impact would resonate through the ages, powering the nation's ascent on the world stage. J.P. Morgan's ascent to the pinnacle of American finance was not without its controversies, which significantly shaped public perception of the financial titan. His strategies, often viewed as ruthless, sparked widespread debate about the concentration of economic power in the hands of a few. The formation of monopolies, particularly in railroads and steel, raised concerns among the populace and government alike. The landmark case against his Northern Securities Corporation became a focal point for these tensions, illustrating the growing discomfort with Morgan's vast influence. This antitrust suit, championed by President Theodore Roosevelt, marked a pivotal moment in U.S. history, where the government actively intervened to regulate the power of monopolies. Morgan's public image was a complex tapestry of admiration and animosity, admired for his financial genius and criticized for his seemingly unbridled power. This dichotomy in public perception highlighted the broader anxieties of the Gilded Age, where the rapid economic transformations and concentrations of wealth led to a re-evaluation of the American dream. Morgan's legacy, thus, became a mirror, reflecting society's ambivalence towards the intertwining of wealth, power, and ethics in the burgeoning American economy. J.P. Morgan's role during times of financial turmoil underscored his extraordinary influence over the American economy. The Panic of 1893 and the financial crisis of 1907 presented moments where Morgan not only showcased his financial prowess, but also his commitment to the nation's economic stability. During the Panic of 1893, as the United States teetered on the brink of economic collapse, Morgan orchestrated a groundbreaking solution. He formed a syndicate of bankers to inject liquidity into the market, effectively bailing out the U.S. gold reserves and stabilizing the currency. This intervention was pivotal, preserving the integrity of the U.S. financial system at a critical moment. Fast forward to 1907, when the nation faced another financial crisis, Morgan again stepped into the breach. With banks faltering and public confidence waning, he personally convened and led a coalition of financiers to backstop the banking system, preventing a total collapse. These actions, while controversial, demonstrated Morgan's unmatched capacity to mobilize resources and his willingness to act decisively in times of crisis. However, they also accentuated the enormous power wielded by a single individual within the American economy, sparking debates about the concentration of economic power and the need for federal oversight. Morgan's interventions, thus, were not merely acts of financial acumen, but were pivotal moments that shaped the trajectory of American financial regulation and the development of a more robust economic infrastructure. The legacy of J.P. Morgan is immeasurable, stretching beyond the confines of his era to fundamentally shape the American financial landscape. His influence in establishing major corporations, such as U.S. Steel and General Electric, laid the groundwork for the industrial powerhouse that the United States would become. Beyond his immediate financial accomplishments, Morgan's interventions during financial crises paved the way for the creation of a centralized banking system, leading to the establishment of the Federal Reserve. This was a direct response to the realization that the economy could not solely rely on the interventions of private individuals, no matter how powerful. Morgan's legacy is also marked by the controversial nature of his acquisitions and the power he wielded, which sparked significant changes in antitrust laws and corporate regulations. These reforms aim to balance the scales of economic power and protect the public interest, highlighting the ongoing tension between capitalism and social responsibility. Moreover, the institution that bears his name, J.P. Morgan Chase, stands as a testament to his enduring influence, representing one of the largest and most powerful financial institutions in the world. Thank you for exploring this fascinating journey with us. If you've enjoyed delving into the life of J.P. Morgan, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Global Secrets. Stay curious and continue to uncover the secrets of history with us. Until next time, keep seeking knowledge.